I get so excited. I want to say everything at the same moment because it is Aries. It's Aries time, baby. It's the baby. It's the beginning. It is the don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. It is Aries time. We want to start. We want to start doing things again. It's beginning of life again. Springtime is here. Yesterday it was new moon in Aries, and you see I get triggered and inspired by Aries and Aries people. I cannot follow them. When somebody with a lot of Aries, I want to follow them, and I get so inspired to follow in their footsteps, but I'm a little bit behind. I have a lot of fire too, but Aries, they want to start. They are into new beginnings. They want change. They dive into it with all their energy. And when the energy is gone, they only realize it just 1 second before, and then their energy is gone. They need some time to find again the mojo, because they throw everything into it with passion, with courage. They are there in the front line. On the other hand, when things don't work out, sometimes, depends, they will not keep on going that road. If they want to go there and this road doesn't work, they will not, pay too much attention to that road. They will take another road to get there. They don't give up their goals. But maybe if some way doesn't work about a goal or a relationship, if it's too hard, if it doesn't immediately get the energy going, they will say, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you. So it is the go-getter. It is the baby that cries and it says, I want it now. It is, why wait? It's eating, it is a run. It is eating the grass and the roots, everything. And then it is like fire. It's a cardinal sign. It starts, and fire, moves. It is alive. It's not, it will not say, okay, I will stay a little fire here. It wants to really burn everything. When somebody with a lot of too much Aries energy, well, he can really come into your life, burn your life down, and then 4 days later it's out again. You're like, what happened? What happened? So if you're Aries ascendant, sun, or moon, it doesn't mean this is all you. What I'm talking about is the pure energy of Aries, and everybody has that somewhere, because I am not ascendant, sun, or moon Aries, but I get really passionate, and I really feel alive when Aries comes in my life, Aries energy. Also, if you need more energy in your life, you should check out where in your horoscope is Aries, in which house, and then put energy into the house. For instance, if it is in your 5th house of your creativity, or in your hobbies, but also your self-expression, who you authentically are, then and you love knitting. It doesn't sound so much like an Aries energy knitting, but for instance, then start to knit and you get energy for other things. Or go out on a romantic date, 5th house, if you find someone. If it is in your 11th house, hang out, think about your wishes of your life, or go help groups of people, or just hang out with a bunch of friends, or go on social media. And if it's in your 7th house, pay attention to your one-on-one relationships, or maybe your partner, your marriage partner, or the one of your life you're sharing your life with. And if it's in your 3rd house, go talk with your siblings or with your neighbors, or just take a trip to the next city and spend the day in a city or in the countryside, wherever you live. If you haven't noticed, Aries is fast and red and black, and it has with all the energy it has, they can burn out, and so they need to rest quickly and then gather their energy. But if they do this in regular basis, they're taking their rest, they really recover. They recover. I'm trying to say in English, Flemish word in English doesn't work. They recover very quickly. So the meaning of the explanation of Aries pure energy is more likely to be on top of the ascendant, to match with the ascendant energy, but more on a psychological level, maybe not in the really material world, what really happens in your life, because that is very personal and depending on where your house cups are and where your planets are and how they are all combined. So this is more the real psychological underwiring of Aries. And they really love the pleasures of life, everything that comes from the outside world, so not from within. Well, everything is connected within and without, but making it simple in language. So food, good for a good glass of very good wine, and they really appreciate this. They really value this, and the beauty and the art and music and all the luxuries of life. They really value money, and they also will spend money on that, or can make a living out of one of these things, of food and luxury items or music, art, and anything that is pleasurable for the eyes and for the five senses. They communicate fast. They never stop. Well, never is a big stop. They tend not to stop thinking. Is ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, and they are very fast learners, and they are very witty, and they know how to communicate, and they are good teachers in learning other people some skills, and to break down something more complicated. So they're very good in communicating and bringing it to the level of the one listening to it. So your communication is always, the value of it is the way another person understands you, is not what you think, oh, I'm saying it in a very good way. But if the other person doesn't get the message, well, what then does your good communication mean? It's all about the perceiver of the message, and they're quite good in that. They can seem they can seem superficial because they're very fast thinkers, fast talkers. They can talk to anybody, and they can chat. So it's like the first impression can be like, it's like a go getter, go, a lot of noise, and then talking fast can seem superficial, but that's just the surface, because they're not, because they're very, 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 their psychological base, they're very emotional, they're very attached, they're very protective of their home, their family, their house, people living in the house, their country, their parents, mother, father, some aunts, just family, that are close to their heart, not an aunt they never talk to, but you can have an aunt that is your favorite aunt, or uncle or grandmother. It's their base. If they don't have that, it is very tricky for them. So with all their fire and going everywhere and starting energy and like a firestorm coming into your life and out of your life, and creating changes, if they don't have their place, they don't feel good. So the protectiveness, they're very maternal, and is their security also to possess. They're not possessed, but to have, to own. That's a better word. House, and they would love more houses. And this is the physical. If it's not physical, it is a place where they feel home, and and they're very emotional about that. So they can change houses a lot because it's a cardinal sign of new beginning. So maybe they have a house and then later they have another house and another house, and they can move countries and move their families, or maybe have new families, more than one family in their life. But they will stay emotionally attached probably to all the houses, on the memories, even when they're gone or passed away, or they moved on because of circumstances. They like to shine in who they are. They want to express themselves in a big way. When they really feel good, you can see an Aries coming from afar away. They like big grand gestures, especially for the people they want to impress, or the women or men they like to date. Not necessarily the ones they end up being married with for a long time, but in the beginning, when the woo is there, and they are very, very playful and encouraging in this area of expression. Also with kids, they have this inner child energy. So if it gets too much, yeah, they expect like the red carpet everywhere. But when it's in balance, it's like like they come in and the sun is shining, and this is what I mean. You get inspired by them because they have a way to shine their authentic self unapologetically, and they are, of course, with if you express yourself, you want to shine. It can also be in hobbies. They would just want to win because they want to shine. So second place is really losing. And when they also, they tend to win because they have this winner's mentality. They will find a way that they can shine somewhere. They second place is not their best place. Anyway, with all this fiery energy, they blurt out sometimes their opinion. So I talk about the communication and being witty and very fast, but when it gets more serious, for instance, when it gets more serious in their job or in the daily habits and the daily marriage, not the necessities of everyday's life, not always the fun things to do. They can get argumentative. They are very perfectionist in their everyday jobs they have to do, but they hate criticism themselves, and they can become very argumentative. They just say blah. Not even like with the idea to start an argument. It's just like, well, I just give my opinion, and my opinion is just being critical of this and that and that and that. It can be very direct, especially with siblings or people kind of close around them. On the other hand, they can attract these kind of people in their life if they don't express it themselves. Maybe they attract people who are very critical to them, and this way they if they don't express it themselves because of maybe some planets here and there, or they over express it and they fight all the time with everybody. So they like order in their daily life. They like structure and kind of perfectionists in their jobs and in their stuff that is necessary, boring administration or in their house. It's possible if this is an everyday place for you, of course. All right. For all this energy that they have, like a fire, who do they attract in their lives to settle down with? This is the people that balance them a little bit more. So Aries is not a very compromising energy. They cannot, because they have to start things. They are like, you know, they are like the archetype also from the warrior, the soldier, and you cannot compromise too much when you're a warrior or a soldier. You're in the front line, and in the front line, you're not gonna talk about it. You're gonna act. You're gonna do it. So they attract people who will compromise, but also give them more balance, and make the fire a little bit, you know, instead of one laser beam of fire, a fire that nicely burns all night long. But in the end, the person that will fit the best with them for the long time is someone that can be very flexible and follow the leader, follow Aries, follow the one that says, we go there. If you have a partner say, I'm gonna go there. No, Aries will say no and go, and maybe not even look back, and the other one will say, yeah, I have to follow, because the energy is just too big. And it's not only for like marriage partners, but also in business partners. They actually do very well with business partners, because it's combined with their very big capacity of talking very fluent and being very fast thinkers. They're good in business, they're good salesmen, they are good in one-on-one relationships with anyone in business, your clients or equal partners. And they will attract them persons which makes them more balanced, like I already said, which is I think is must be very calming for being an Aries to have that in your life. As long as then the partner can make the adjustments, you're in a good relationship. They need partners where they can have very good sex life with. If it's not there, it will for sure not, probably, or it will not go to the point that you have a long relationship, or they get into a long relationship with you and they cheat on you in a sexual way, because they need a lot of passion, and in the highest level, you know, passion that unites each other, or, you know, the other level just plain sex, but they need a lot of it, and they can lose themselves there. And the good part about the fact that they can go very deep into the sexual energy is that they can also transform big crises in their lives. They have this regenerating energy that really, if they have big crises, you know, death, literally death in their family, or the end of a relationship, it will affect them very deep, but they are able to overcome it. And it's possible that this changes their personality, and they are likely to have more than a few big challenges in their lives that affect them very deep, and triggers new beginnings in their life, that it will really change their personality and have big changeovers in their life. On another level, they like to possess the person they love, and big amounts of money and what they value. Of course, I explain this now. Possess is the typical word that I use here for this place that I'm talking about, but it is also combined with their being very protective, and their deep feeling there, and maybe a fear of losing, because they feel if they lose certain things in their lives, well, not things, persons or safety, that this will really change them. And well, change can be scary, no, especially when it goes so deep. Well, let me see, I'm not forgetting something. Well, they are so uplifting because they have so much faith. They are actually natural optimists. If you have strong Aries and you're not optimistic anymore, or you really need to go and to fix that, because a lot of Aries energy and not have this grand big belief that everything's gonna be all right, baby. They have this open mind about different cultures. They again get very lucky working with different cultures or living abroad and travel a lot. They're so lucky. You get to travel all around the world. Yeah, they are not dogmatic. They can have a very strong belief, but even if it's a religion, they don't tend to be dogmatic about it. But it can be it is very strong within them. But always they will look at it on the bright side. They will not look at it from the fear side of it. Like you have to fear God. No, they're not fearful in that area. So Aries can, if something doesn't work, they will quit because it doesn't bring immediate results. But on the other hand, when it's for their vocation, when they're from their soul passionate to reach something in what they believe, they will have patience and take the time to reach the top. They will do it according to the rules. They will follow. They respect authority. You don't really maybe feel that from Aries, that they respect authority. They will only respect authority if authority is respectful, not to them, but just when you just automatically feel that this authority is there for a reason, because there's so much to learn from, and they have so much qualities and capacities, and maybe it's not even something that you will learn because it's not your talent, but you see they're there for a reason. And if authority is for Aries, they're in their place because it is their right to be there, in their right, because it is from their purest authentic being that they are an authority over you, not power over you, but an authority, because they, I can be a plumber and that can be a surgeon, and there you have the difference in authority, but both are equally important, and you respect the authority of the other, what they can do and be. So they're very respectful to that, and they will reach their own authority and their vocation, their career, whatever they have in mind. A lot of patience is possible. It comes later in life, after 30, and it sounds long when you're 15, but it can be after 40 or 50 even, and sounds very long and depressing when you're only 20. But we breath by breath. Anyways, they like big networks. They can get a lot of help from their networking and physical or through the internet to gain an income from it. The real gains, not just with money, but in general, the energy of gains comes through a lot of other people. They can connect with all kinds of people. They can connect with the plumber and the surgeon, and they like the people that are different. I'm talking about the general psychiatry underlying pattern of Aries. I know Aries who are not like that at all. So yeah, if they want more gains in their life, they should try to do a lot of networking. On the other hand, they can be very loyal to their friends and networks, and really help them. Also, they have a humanitarian part in them. They want to help uplift other people from their true core. And sometimes they don't know what they are doing, where it comes from. Like they do something, they start, they don't think, they go and do it, and they say, why you do this? Why you want to do this? It's like, I don't know. They can be very intuitive, and their actions can come from their subconscious mind, from the invisible world. They are very vivid. Well, sleepers, they really can have very vivid dreams. Not vivid sleepers, very vivid dreams. They can really have movies going on in their head. But like I said, they need to pull out the plug sometimes, and also a very good way for them is sleep. They need their sleep, and be alone or be near water, the ocean. I mean, most people like water and ocean. Well, not most. I just say most because I like it, and then I think everybody likes it. But for Aries, no, can even be swimming. To really and maybe they don't know this about themselves. So they if somebody asks you and you see they have a lot of Aries energy, what do I do to relax? Say just sleep, or you say go swim in the ocean, go swim in the lake, go to the swimming pool, sit next to the water. It will help them a lot. Well, yesterday it was at the full moon. Oh, sorry, the new moon, the sun and the moon together. So if you feel tingling inside to be more active, just go with it. If you don't, and it actually is the moment to try to feel more optimistic, and more fiery, more like, thunderbolt, lightning, here I come. check with yourself, or if you know your horoscope, or you can check it online, astro.com. Otherwise, just if you know yourself, what gives you energy? And even if you're like, really don't, I feel blah, because life is, challenging. Go and just put some energy in that area of your life and see what happens. It is about not the goal, what it will bring you. It is about doing it and how it makes you feel. Yeah. New beginnings. Oh, I have a very good mantra for it. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Yeah, it removes blocks, removes stuck energy. It's good when you go on a first date, if you want no traffic jam. And for every new moon, I would love something. I already say this. Shame on me, for 20 years I want to make a mantra CD. Yeah, well, I still have time. No, I don't plan to stop living unless I die, but I don't plan to stop living before I'm dead. So I still have time to make this mantra. Well, CD, maybe not a CD, but just a recording. Okay, I still need to say something. What are you saying to me? Aries energy, Aries energy, Aries energy. Meditate. Meditate. You don't say it. Meditate. Meditate. Bhavana. Can be difficult for Aries to meditate when they're near water. Yeah. All right. I have the feeling I still have to say things, but my head is bling. So probably I don't. We have the Easter bunny here. And in 2 weeks, you have the full moon in Aries, in Libra, that can bring you, you know, the balance in your life. Where you have to create more yin, where you have to create more yang, where you burn down everything and you have to plant the seeds again. Your relationships. But that's in a few weeks. For now, feel the buzz. 6 a.m. in the morning is Aries time. Try to wake up at least one time at 6 and see what all the things you can do, but go to bed early then. 6 a.m. Aries time, the morning. See the sunrise to come down again. See the sunrise wanting to go down and set. Red lips, never do that. Kind of like the Aries energy. Wow. Ciao. Hasta la vista, baby.